Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're here in my modern arcade review. As you guys are looking at, there is a lot to talk about in this room of everything we've done. For those of you guys who don't remember, this was actually a room that used to be a board game room. And if you guys are following my channel, it used to be a board game room that I had in front of me and everything. And the board game room got changed. You guys know, if you guys follow this channel, I did a dining room tour where I combined the dining room and the board game room, which is so much better than it used to be. I used to have a couple of these arcades in the dining room upstairs. I finally was able to fit them down here, which made this now the modern arcade. And yes, that means that there is a retro arcade. And we're going to be doing the modern arcade reveal today, but I also need your help on finishing a couple of things of this arcade and also of the retro arcade. So I need your help, so make sure you stay tuned for the later half of this video so you guys can give me some of your thoughts and opinions on the retro arcade and how to finish this room off. But I'm super excited on how this room turned out. So much more open for people to actually come here and enjoy, so much better than it used to be with some of these arcades being upstairs. And now everything is in my game room on the basement floor. So let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming tech is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and start off right here. So this is my Marvel Superheroes arcade 1-up that is modded with a retro pie that has like a comic book style artwork, as you can see here, which I think matches the theme of this really well. This is the one that a lot of people sought after back in the day, the special edition that has like the Soundwall joysticks and buttons and stuff. So I'm happy to have this still here in the collection. I have a couple of Marvel figures from Disney Infinity, which I love that game and still play it. We got some artwork here on the side. This area here hasn't changed. This has been here. And then we got these light up things that look like they're coming out of the wall, which is super cool with the way that that's designed. Then we got a little sign right here, which says Pinball Alley, as you guys are looking at here, because that's where the pinballs are, which we're going to get to. Retro Arcade Lane is sitting over there, which we'll get to at the end of this video. And then here in front of me is my New Wave Toys area. So I do have a new sign because they came out with a new poster here that's blacklit that says New Wave Toys, which I like better than the original. I have a hidden black light up there to kind of light all that up. And then I have my New Wave Toys sitting right here along with some of the signs and stuff. We got some little miniature stuff from New Wave Toys and a couple of Blu-rays and just some of the New Wave Toys things that I've liked that kind of show off there on those little shelves, as you can see there. And then we also have some of the mini arcades right here, like the Space Ace here. We got Ghosts and Goblins 1942. We got Food Fight here, Missile Command. We got some figures here. Oh, and this guy fell over, as I didn't notice that he fell off his chair there. Let's go ahead and put him back here hanging out. Some of the iconic 80s, themed characters and stuff like that. Ghostbusters, Karate Kid, Stranger Things and stuff like that, which is really cool, just chilling out on those chairs. These are also blacklit as well, as you can see here in the video. I do have another machine from New Wave Toys upstairs in the bar area that I've shown off in another video, but these are all the other ones that I have, so super cool. And then this being Pinball Alley here, which we do have some stuff to talk about here. This is the new area. This used to not be here, so this is the start of everything new at this point. Everything else is new in this video compared to what this looked like before. We have some signs here like Jersey Jack, Stern Pinball, Visual Pinball, Zakaria, basically everything that you can play in this section. Data East, Gottlieb, Bally, and At Games. We have a little scanning code thing so you can scan your high score in this area. And then we have a pinball LED sign here right in the middle. Love the way that this looks and how this turned out. So super happy with that. And then if we turn around, these are our pinball machines. I've done videos on most of these separately, as you guys are looking at here. So we have a Stranger Things pinball machine. The first one that I got in this, actually no, I lied. This is the second one. Toy Story was the first one that I got. This is a Jersey Jack pinball machine. Fantastic machine. Looks really good. And having a ton of fun with this Toy Story. Toy Story is my favorite Pixar film of all time. So I was happy to have this into my pinball collection. And then Stranger Things is my favorite TV show of all time. So this is super awesome. Ton of mods on this one. I have, of course, the biggest mod that you need, which is the lights that kind of happen when you're in the upside down and stuff. This machine is amazing. I have a super fun time with it. Like I said, I've done a lot of mods to this thing. You can see some LEDs there in the back. Added the waffle start button, the dice thing over here. You know, added this right here, added some of this over here, changed out the flippers to be glow in the dark and some of the posts and stuff. You know, added the demo dog sitting back there, added the arcade sign back there that's spinning, added this little Dig Dug arcade machine that goes off depending on what's happening in the game. So a bunch of cool stuff on that machine. Toy Story Gear has, the biggest mod it has is the Penn Stadium lights, which really make this machine come to life. We also got a custom start button over here. This is the collector's edition, so I'd already had this. I also have these little keychains that kind of match. Same thing with these Stranger Things one, as you can see here. But yeah, and then we got the cup holders that I added with custom stickers on it, like You Got a Friend in Me, and that Stranger Things one. Then we got the At Games 4K machine over here, as you guys are looking at. We definitely have something to talk about with this as we get closer to the end of the video of changes that might be happening, but this is super cool sitting right here. And then I just did a full-on review of this, but this is my Rec Room Masters full virtual pinball machine. This thing is amazing in every way. Everything that I could want and have wanted in a virtual pinball machine is here. This is super amazing, 4K screen, you know, everything, all the toys that you could want. It has a dedicated fan. It has solenoids. It has 7.1 surround sound. It has the subwoofer on the bottom. It has a shaker motor. It has a gear motor. It has a tilt bob. Everything that you could want. LEDs on the back. Chaser LEDs on the sides. LEDs on the bottom and the back of the back box that all sync with the actual game when you're playing it. Virtual has, you know, you can play VR on here and actually use the controls that are built into here. You can play 3D on these virtual pinball machines. You also have the gigantic 32-inch back glass that I think looks great. You have the topper monitor sitting up there as well, which looks awesome. If I can get that to focus there for you guys. This is currently on the Harry Potter table. And again, all the LED lights match whatever is going off because everything is DOF controlled, which is awesome. And then you have the lights there on the back. You got the giant full-size DMD, which I think looks fantastic. And then, of course, this 4K playfield, which looks awesome. So, amazing machine. It's my most played machine right now in the house, and I wouldn't be surprised if it stays that way for a very long time because there's always new tables coming out in virtual pinball. And we got some posters there along the side that I've had there, so stayed there pretty much. And like I said, we hung my 3D glasses there, and I also hang my Oculus controllers here when I'm playing VR. Moving on over here, we got my gun shooter. I've had this for a while, but I moved it from the retro room into this room because this has a lot more modern games, and it's themed to Jurassic Park right now. This is Gun for IR that it has on here, as you can see here, and it is a 22-inch screen. This is a Game Room Solutions machine that lets me play all of my light gun games that I could want on here. Everything from Techno-Pirate to PC to arcade ones. They're all, you know, right here as I scroll through it, and can play all of those with 2 players, which is awesome. Again, and this is the PC that sits on the side of it because it doesn't fit in that machine. We'll come back to this towards the end of this video as well. But there's the PC for it. It's running a 4060. So definitely overkill for what's in here right now because it's a 1080p screen, but we'll come back to that. Then we got my Golden Tee machine here. This is actually recently updated as of last week. As you can see, it is running Golden Tee 2025. I just got the update last week, so it's running all the latest courses and stuff for 2025 that just came out. And it also has, of course, the arcade collection, as you can see here. So it has Target Toss Pro, Silver Strike Bowling, and Power Putt. This is a 2-in-1 machine where you basically have 2 machines in here. And as you can see right here, I can flip the controls from the arcade collection to Golden Tee. And then I can switch between 2 inputs and play either game when I want to, which is awesome. Right here is my Big Buck Hunter Reloaded. So this is a machine that I had upstairs that I now have down here, which I never thought would fit here, but we got it to work by just putting it in between the grooves of this area. Same way we got that one to go in, which is awesome that it fit. This is one of my favorite machines in the house. This is the one that everyone always plays. Obviously, we all know Big Buck Hunter Reloaded. The fact that I have a real machine in here is freaking awesome. I mean, it's not my only one, but it is super cool. And this gets a lot of play. I love, you know, it's such an addicting game. The fact that I can play online with other players at bars. The fact that it doesn't just have Big Buck Hunter Reloaded, but it also has other games as well, like The Walking Dead that they added here recently, is awesome. Then we got a little mini fridge here in the middle. So we have some drinks and stuff that we keep in here to, like water and stuff when we have parties in here so people don't have to go upstairs. We got a Mega Touch that I've had for a while sitting right here that you can play all the different Mega Touch games and stuff. As you guys are looking at, this has the latest version of the MegaTouch software, so you can come up here and just play this, which is super cool. And then we have the modern arcade LED sign, and we also have the rope that I almost forgot to mention from Govee that kind of lights up the whole entire top of the arcade here. And then we have the modern arcade side front and center, so you know this is the modern arcade that you're in right now. The whole point of it being modern is that obviously all the games that are in here are more modern games. You're not going to find a lot of retro games in here. They're all themed to be, you know, a little bit, you know, modern stuff, which is what I decided to theme this out to. Then we also have Retro Raccoons, a game that a lot of people have not heard about. This is from the same creators of Golden Tee and stuff. And Retro Raccoons is basically a Mario Party style game where it's up to 4 players and you're playing up to 43 different mini games and trying to be the one that wins the most mini games. What's cool is that this is made for bars where you actually start the game by putting in drinks in here. And every time you lose a mini game, you have to take a sip from your drink. So it is a cool game. It's just unfortunate that they stopped supporting it, adding new mini games online. So 43 is, I think, the most that this will ever have. But I thought it was super cool because I love Mario Party and stuff, and this is a great, unique machine. It's just unfortunate that we're not getting any more new games for it. One of the latest additions to my arcade, my home arcade in general, is something that I've always wanted, which is a full-size 4-player pedestal, and here it is. We got a 4K screen sitting on top. We have a PC that's hiding down here. You can kind of see it hiding back there. That is running a 4070 computer, and it is obviously a Game Room Solutions machine. I did a full review on this as well. We have a little fan here that also helps to keep people cool and stuff. But this 4-player machine is awesome. It has the 8-player controls here in the, for player 1 and 2. I also play trackball games on here as well. We got all the buttons that you need. We got a 4-way joystick if you need it, and then 6-player buttons on the side, which is all you need for players 3 and 4. And that lets me play a variety of games. It's not just arcade games, as you guys are looking at here. If I go back, you can scroll through and you see you have your trackball games. You have Windows-based games that make sense to play in here. For example, if I scroll in here, you'll see things like Gang Beasts and Gauntlet, Gigabash. All of these games works with the arcade stick, so there's a lot of different games on here. Night Squad 2, Killer Cream Black is a great game. You know, Mayhem Brawler, all of these different games that work great with 4 players. Then you also have your regular main games that play with 4 players. N64 games, GameCube games, you know, playing Mario Strikers on here is a fantastic experience. So, you know, a lot of different games on here that you can actually play, which is awesome. And again, it's the perfect size for 4 players because you can actually fit 4 players around this. Everyone has their own cup holder as well, which is not the case for my old 4-player machine, which is this NBA Jam game. Now, this is here and it's not turned on because I'm actually selling this. So like I said, this room is not completely done, but it was in a good state to show you guys exactly what's happening now. So this is going to be sold. Well, it is out for currently for sale. It has a Pi in it. Sorry, it has a Windows PC in it that's being sold with it. LED buttons and all that kinds of stuff for 4 players. It's just not big enough. It does have an upgraded 20-inch screen though. It's okay to play with 4 players, but obviously it doesn't have a ton of room in it. And so it was time to let this go and get a full size. So this is going to be replaced. So I'll let you guys know in a second what's actually going to go there. Then we have the rug here in the middle that's kind of reflective of UV, and it's kind of hiding right here at the top of the ceiling, kind of pointing down here. That kind of lights up this here at the bottom. So that is basically the current state of the new modern arcade. People love coming down here. When I had a party when I first revealed this a month ago, people were down here non-stop, which is exactly what I wanted. And they haven't even seen this machine because this machine came here last week. So they're going to have even more fun with this gigantic, you know, machine that lets you play every game. The only 3 that were here were these 3 before. But I think the room came out fantastic. I think the LED lights and everything. There's actually lights behind every machine as well that are coded to whatever I want. So for example, this one here is red because it's a killing game, light gun game. This one here is green for Golden Tee. It's only behind the TV screen there. That one's orange for Big Buck Hunter. That's kind of lighting up back there. That one's kind of blue hovering in the background. This one's like a lighter ice cold blue that's behind the TV screen. So I have lights on all of this stuff. Same thing with these. This one, of course, has its own DOF controlled lights like I talked about. This one here is yellow to match the theme. This one here is blue. And Stranger Things is red. So you can see that kind of all behind the stuff. Same thing with that one back there being in yellow. So again, I think this room came out really good, but there are some things that I want to talk about with you guys on opinions that I'm looking for, which is the second half of this video. So First thing we're going to talk about is what is going in this place, because this is actually happening. Well, I actually have a Polycade coming. The Polycade should be here at some point in November. Hopefully it gets here before I go on vacation. I don't know if it's not. If not, you won't see that review till the end of November. But the reason that I got this machine to a Polycade is because this machine here is where all my 4-player games are, right? So I don't have anything in here that doesn't play 4 players. So you're not going to see every game known to man under there. Just 4-player stuff. So what's going to be here is going to be the Polycade that goes against the wall. So it's great because I don't have a lot of room here because people are going to be coming and walking and stuff. So it's great that it hangs on the wall. But the Polycade is going to offer me everything that's 2-player that's not on that machine. So things like Street Fighter V or Mortal Kombat, or other 2-player games that make sense, that are indie titles and stuff like that. And also, more importantly, the whole point of the Polycade is to have all those different control panels that you can easily swap in and out. I don't currently have any way to play flight stick games, so I'm going to have the flight stick controller to play all the flight stick games. I don't have currently a way to play things like Smash TV that have 2 joysticks right in the center that you play those with. So we're going to have all those type of games on there. So it's going to be a multi-cade to play all of those type of games that I don't really have any other way to play them currently in the modern arcade, which is going to be awesome. So I'm excited for that and how that's going to look like when it gets here. And it's going to go right up and hang against the wall there, which is going to be awesome. Now, the second thing that I need your opinions on is this wall right here. So right here next to the Golden Tee machine and Big Buck Hunter Reloaded, there is this gigantic wall right here that's kind of empty. And I'm trying to decide, I obviously can't put an arcade machine or anything in here because it's obviously Big Buck Hunter standing right here. But I would like to put some sort of sign or some LED sign or something over here. Again, I have the modern arcade sign sitting right there. I don't know exactly what to put here that matches the modern arcade. I was thinking about getting my logo and getting someone to make a custom LED version of it that says "You're Gaming Techie." I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you like that idea, if you have other ideas on what I could put there to hang against the wall, because I feel like that looks a little bit too plain there. So let me know your thoughts. Now, the other thing we got to talk about is my pinball machine. So, as you can see, I have 2 real ones here. And I'm going to go ahead and lower this one a little bit just because it is really loud right now. And it doesn't need to be. But basically, I have 2 real machines, as you guys can see. And then I have the AtGames 4K and then this one here. Now, I put the AtGames here because, as you can tell, this is the lowest part of the ceiling because there is a pipe here, which doesn't let a full size go there. As you can see, the full size is bigger than this pipe. This pipe has 74 inches before it hits the top of this. So I didn't think anything else can fit here besides an AtGames 4K pinball. So that's why it went here. Recently found out I actually have 2 options, which is what I'm looking to see what you guys think. I can either A, next year, put the Jurassic Park Costco machine that's there if it goes down in price, because I'm not paying the asking price of $4,800 right now. But if it goes down to a more reasonable price, I could put that here because it is a smaller machine and it's only 70 inches high. So I would still have 4 inches of clearance with this pipe here, which would be perfectly fine. And it would be more of a full-size machine, and it would kind of flow better with these machines because these are obviously all full-size. The AtGames looks a little bit out of place because just how much smaller than it is than the rest of them. And because I have it pulled up, because it's obviously smaller on the back side as well. Because if I push it all the way back, then it would just be, I'd rather have them all lined up like they are right now. So it just looks a little bit out of place. Because it's not as big as the other one. So I could do that, which I didn't know a machine existed that was that small that I would like. But obviously it's a home edition, so we'll see what you guys think. Leave those comments down below. Or what I just found out I can also do is I can actually get a regular Stern machine that is 76 inches tall, which is technically 2 inches bigger than what this pipe allows. But you can put shorter legs on it. There's companies out there that sell, instead of having 30.5 inch legs, they sell 27 inch legs, which would mean that would be 3.5 inches smaller, which means I would still have 1.5 inches of clearance from this pipe, which would be fine. And I can get a full-size Stern machine. And I would probably get either, I don't know, let me know what you guys think down below. But if I went that route, I can either get a Godzilla or a Jaws or an X-Men. Now, Godzilla, the reason I want that one or thinking about it is because so many people say it's the best pinball machine ever made. I don't technically have any nostalgia for that theme. I know what Godzilla is, but I didn't grow up watching the movies or anything. So the theme doesn't speak to me as loud as some of the others. Jaws is one that I'm thinking about getting because I heard really good things about that one as well. And I do like Jaws more than Godzilla in theme by itself. But I also heard, like I said, I heard Godzilla is just the epitome of pinball machines. And then X-Men is like the newest machine from Stern that a lot of people have been talking about, having a lot of fun with. So I don't know. Those are the 3 Stern ones. But then I could also go the other route. And you guys know I'm a big fan of 3D on this channel. And Avatar is my favorite 3D movie of all time. And we know that Avatar just came out with Jersey Jack. And I could put a Jersey Jack in here and get those short legs as well. And get Avatar in here, which is my favorite 3D movie of all time. And it really speaks to me in theme because of the fact that it's my favorite 3D movie of all time. So it would kind of fall in line with like, hey, Pixar is my favorite movie. Toy Story, Stranger Things is my favorite TV show, Avatar is my favorite 3D film. So it would kind of fall in line with that theme. But, you know, it is the weaker of the games when you compare it to Godzilla from what I hear, and Jaws and X-Men. And I also really like the Stern approach to, you know, Insider Connect and all the stuff that they're doing with that Jersey Jack is not doing. So I don't know. Like I said, for theme, I'm definitely leaning towards Avatar. It's also more expensive. I can get Godzilla for a lot cheaper than I can get, you know, an Avatar right now. So, I don't know. Let me know all your thoughts down below. And if I do that, and that works out, then I can obviously remove this At Games machine. And if we go into this room here, we're going to talk a little bit about the retro arcade here, as you can see. And I did forget to share that there is also a modern arcade sign up there. I like to do those street signs and stuff. But if we move into this retro arcade, and I got to turn the lights on in here that I forgot to turn on. This is currently a work in progress, so there will definitely be a new video. But this is where I need a lot of your help as well. So this is supposed to be the retro arcade. This is where everything started, as you guys know. We got the retro Pac-Man LED signs up there, the open arcade sign, some more retro stuff. We got the Mortal Kombat 2, the Galaga sign, and all that stuff. This is where everything started. Now, right now, it's going through a little bit of a renovation because there's some things that are being sold off, and I'm looking to see what you guys think I should do. So, right here in the corner, this NFL Blitz is being sold because I already have a great way to play NFL Blitz with 4 players on that other 4-player machine. Don't need this any longer. So this is being sold off. So picture this not being here. The next thing that's being sold off is the Street Fighter, again, because I had ways to play fighters, and there's going to be an even better way to play it that I'll get into in a minute. So Street Fighter is being sold off. Star Wars is going to move out of this position, and it's going to go here, where this is. Neo Geo is going to stay for now. Galaga and Class of 81 is going to stay. Got to have a Pac-Man in the retro arcade, in my opinion, so that's going to stay. Dragon's Lair is going to stay. This is an awesome machine, so play Dragon's Lair on. IR Arcade is going to be sold off, and what's going to go here in its place instead that I'm thinking about, the Nova Blast. And I'm thinking about it. I haven't pre-ordered one yet, but let me know what you guys think. I think a Nova Blast would be great to have in the retro arcade because it is a retro system from the 90s that you found in the Japanese arcades. And I can do something different with that arcade that I can't do with the rest, where I put all my fighters on it, but all the retro fighters on it. I can even go the route of getting, you know, either a PCB that's loaded with a bunch of games on it, which is probably the route I would go, like a 90-in-1 or something that has all those classic games. And it would have a nice 26-inch screen, and it would be a great way to play those, you know, those fighters and stuff like King of Fighters and all those old school games, Street Fighter, and kind of have a PCB, which would be different, a different look and a different cab than all the other machines that I have in my modern arcade and in this room, because I'm all about having different arcades that do different things. And I think that one would fit right at home with the candy cab structure and playing real PCBs, or even if I put a real PC in there, it still has that unique candy cab form that fits right at home, I think, in a retro arcade. But again, let me know your thoughts. So that kind of covers this side. This side over here, again, the pinball machine would actually go here. I used to have a pinball machine here anyway. So picture this not being here, especially this big machine. There'd be, the At Games would be sitting right here. The only unfortunate thing is my At Games would not be able to fit because of the ceiling height. It wouldn't be able to fit the topper. So if I do get a new Stern or a new Jersey Jack in that area that I was just talking about and move the At Games over here, the only thing I would lose is that I wouldn't be able to use that topper anymore. Let me know if that's a deal breaker for you guys and I shouldn't get the new Stern and I should leave this as is. But if I do it, then it would go in here, I would lose the topper, and then I would have the At Games sitting in here, and it would still kind of match the vibes of a retro arcade because there are a lot of retro games on there. And, you know, it being Peanuts is obviously a retro TV show and stuff. It's not like it came out this year or anything, so it kind of still fits the vibes. And then the last thing I was thinking about doing, since this won't be here, I don't need to get a big one like this one, but I was thinking about getting the Arcade 1-Up claw machine that I technically have on pre-order, and I'm deciding if I'm going to keep or not from Amazon because it actually sold out on Amazon. So I'm thinking about getting it and putting it right here. I think in a retro arcade, I think, let me know. Seems like it should have a claw machine of some sorts. And since this area is small, I don't really want a full size. It's hard to get machines in here because of the limited space, especially with the laundry and stuff back there. So it's the fact that Arcade 1UP is making one and it's a smaller size, and you know, it can be built right here and I don't have to worry about carrying it in here, kind of speaks to it. So I'm thinking about it. Let me know what you guys think. I can put some cool prizes for people and stuff like that. I think that would flow well in a retro arcade to have a claw machine. But again, let me know what you guys think. This is going to stay here for now. Casino Arcade. A lot of my family members love playing in the like casinos and stuff. I don't know exactly if this fits with like the retro arcade vibes. It is a retro game because Wheel of Fortune has been around for so long. It's not something you would usually find in an arcade though back in the day. But it is staying here for now until something else comes down the line that maybe I like better. But staying here for now. Then we got the Tron machine right here that's not going anywhere. And then we have this machine here, which is my vertical CAD that plays all my vertical games, which is awesome. And I usually have like Ice Cold Beer playing on there and stuff like that, which is a great game to play in vertical format, or all the retro, or the shmups and everything in vertical format. This is from Rec Room Masters, which is a really cool machine. Then we got a little Flynn's arcade up there like we usually do. So that is kind of what I'm thinking about. And then of course we got this rug here. So let me know. Let me know what you guys think about everything I just threw at you. I know I threw a lot of information at you. Let me know if the claw machine is a good idea to put over here and it kind of matches the vibes. If I should move the ACT games over here and get a Stern machine as a replacement for over there, or if I shouldn't and I should just leave the ACT games over there and not worry about getting another real pinball machine and bringing this over here. And yeah, like I said, Street Fighter is going to be leaving us. The IR Arcade is going to be leaving us, and that's going to be sold off. And NFL Blitz is being sold off currently as well. The last machine here, another question that I have for you guys, so many questions from you guys, because I have a lot to think about here, is this Oliveira Arcade was the first machine I ever got. This is a Rec Room Masters machine that I first got. It's a 2-player machine with an LED trackball, LED blinky with the buttons and everything. Unfortunately, like I talked about before, I like to have machines that do their own thing, right? Everything in the modern arcade has its own purpose and its own games. Everything in this room is going to have its own games and stuff like that. This doesn't really have its own purpose right now because it does have a PC in it, but it just kind of runs every game underneath the sun, from like MAME and new gen games and all that kinds of stuff. And I'm trying to figure out what I should do with this cab to make it have its own unique purpose. I don't know exactly what that looks like. I know that it has these controls in it that I'm looking at, and I don't know exactly, you know, what to do with this machine. I don't want to sell it because it's the first machine I got. It looks really cool and it's a center focus, and like, you know, it says Oliveira Arcade and everything, which I like, but I don't know exactly what to do with it to make it stand out from the other machines, to give it a purpose of being like, let's go play on that machine. So if you guys have any opinions on that, that'd be great too. But yeah, oh, and then I had this little gumball machine here too. But yeah, that's everything that we have going on in the modern arcade. The modern arcade is coming out awesome. One of the projects that I have that I want to do next year as well is I'm actually in the process of selling this as well. So this modern arcade, this thing is going to be sold off because I used to have this in the retro arcade that you guys just saw, but now that it's out here, I feel like the screen is too small, 22 inches. I feel like I need a 32-inch 4K screen. I have a really powerful computer and a 1080p screen is not cutting it. So I feel like I'm going to get a 32-inch screen. I'm going to get the Game Room Solutions, build your own cab kind of thing to save some money. I'm selling this one off and getting that bigger 32-inch screen. That's a project for early next year that I'm looking to do. But other than that, it's going to be the same machine, just a bigger screen. I'm probably going to use a different theme than Jurassic Park, possibly, maybe House of the Dead. That fits more in vibe with the vibes of a light gun machine, but yeah. I threw a lot at you guys, so I'd love to hear all your opinions down below on what you think the new modern arcade looks like. If you like the way everything is organized, all your opinions on everything that I asked about. But I am loving this modern arcade. Like I talked about, people who have come over here have really liked playing in here because it's a lot more open than it used to be. Some of these machines used to live upstairs and there was just not a lot of room to play them. Now everything is spread out, everything can be played. You don't have to be worried about being on top of each other. You got the lineup of 4 pinball machines right here behind you that everyone can play. You got, you know, the light gun machine right behind you. You got the Golden Tee machine right here. Big Buck Hunter in its own little area here. Mega Touch. You got this 4-player machine right here. This 4-player, you know, multi-cade sitting right here to play all the different 4-player machines. Soon to be a polycade here on the wall that's going to let you play all the 2-player stuff and all the unique control games like I talked about, like Smash TV and stuff. I think the room came out really, really good. I love all the LEDs being behind the TVs and the arcades and stuff like I showed you. I love the little New Wave Toys area and stuff. But yeah, I think it came out super, super well. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know what I should do with all the questions that I asked about new machines in the future and that retro arcade and this At Games machine. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions about anything in this arcade, let me know. And if not, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.